Just gonna flip it. They either lose hard or they win, but they're gonna
Okay,
lose hard.
so a bit of an eventful last few picks. So we firstly had the Pike and the Vex, and Vex into Ori. But I think Subliminal, or I don't know, it might have been Vince, but I think Vivi have had this matchup before, and I think I
Yeah.
was playing in that game. But it is the Swain top for Feb. It is a Vi jungle, which obviously, I mean, I don't know how it does into Wukong. I'd imagine because of the percent armor pen that it would do pretty well, but I don't know. Yeah, if you just mess around with the time controls, production. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we're fine now. So we have it sorted. So they are going to go for something. They're 5 manning top.
Let's go. This Paco is gonna hit. I believe in it.
I believe in Weebly.
Now, if they path correctly, yeah, this is good enough.
Phoenix
All
is going to
right,
spot
let's
this out
go.
straight away. They do see him. The
Let's
does come
go.
in. He is get caught, and it's first blood for Absolute Units and February 14th on this swing.
There's actually their win gun. Wait, he's saying let's go as well. What the fuck? Judge your rocks.
But I mean, you can see obviously the PvP bot lane very comfortable on this side doing their thing. I think maybe I don't think we can check if people have leveled any abilities. Excuse me, but
You know what I would do on PvP bot lane? I would go into brush left of Tri Brush, where Pike is running to now. I would sit in there.
yeah, I think that would be the play actually. But I mean, what I was gonna say was basically I think if I don't know if Enix had leveled up his Q already. Like obviously Q is what you start on champ, but I think at that point once you see it, if you just level up that Shadow Dash and then just go straight over the wall, you're pretty much safe.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Cycles can't actually pull over walls unless it's like the little ones in between the mid lane river and that kind of area.
The Vex W was kind of unexpected to him, I guess.
Yeah, it's the E, by the way. The W is the
E.
yeah, the W is the the zoning one.
Oh yeah. The shield.
But obviously Swain not going to have a hard time stacking up that passive over time. Obviously, he does get 12 HP every time he pulls somebody with the Never move or he hits them with the W, which is the eye thing that appears on the ground. So, I mean, we'll see. But a lot of trading going. Vex does struggle against being like heavily outrange or stuff that isn't going to be like coming at her,
Which is just going to kill him, level 6.
But yeah, that's true. It's also true. But I mean, she does have to get to that point. She does have the Ignite and the Electrocute, so a very aggressive setup for Vex, but Subliminal also going for Ignite on Orianna. And Mecha is going to cop with the hut, and the dash does go down. Is going to get stunned. The Ignite goes down, but Weebly is falling very, very low to these Draven axes. Might be able to pick up a kill. He does flash out of the hook. It's an amazing flash from Time.
Really can clean here.
What the fuck is going on? Here on this Draven, Valstorm has to flash away, and Weebly's hook is coming off cooldown.
Oh no!
And Valstorm is going to
go on, Cargill.
The second victim. He's going to get it on 1 HP, and Cargill burns his flash to try and catch him. Just not enough damage. But I think the VV bot lane getting a little bit overconfident, maybe. The Never move does land, the W goes down. That's a lot of damage. Enix is really struggling into this Swain matchup in the top lane. But we do have a pause, and Ares was the one that called that pause. So
yeah, okay. What the fuck?
I think we're having a little bit of a technical problem.
Oh my god. I mean, if I was Vince, I would beat Valstorm the hell up, man. Like, what is he doing? Come on. You can't play like that. Yeah, Vince is deafened apparently because the comms are trolling or whatever in VVV. In my days. Ooh, I would be pissed as well if I was Vince dying like that.
But okay, so I don't know how much of this I should say, but I think there's just been like a small argument or something.
Yeah. No good synergy or what?
I mean, who knows? It's paused for now. I don't know what is going on or when it'll be fixed, but it shouldn't be too much longer. There already, so we're going back now. But I can tell you that Time Gear is still deafened. So I don't know. I don't know. But definitely, obviously, Enix getting first blooded isn't necessarily the worst thing in the world because, you know, Shen will be useful even if he's behind. Definitely very, very strong if he is ahead. If he is behind, it's not the end of the world. However, Draven going behind is a completely different story. But I wouldn't be surprised if they did manage to come back in this lane because obviously, you know, all it takes is a good Maokai W and it can definitely cause a lot of problems. But I think Enix, if he does not back here, will just die. February 14th taking 2 tower shots. The Shadow Dash not quite taunting him in range of the tower. That could have been very, very dangerous. But, I mean, it's definitely an uphill battle from this point for VVV. And
I mean, Draven is not that far behind. It's like it's just one kill. It's whatever.
We have another client, but we're fine now. I think Draven. The problem will be if he had a lot of stacks. That was like the second or third wave or something.
Yeah.
He was level 2. We're going to see Ares maybe going for something in the mid lane, not quite there, into a good position for it, but he's just going to walk away with, and he's going to go for his back straight away. But regardless, I think it's definitely not the end of the world. It's bad, but it's not the end of the world. He still has the CS lead. He's still going to be able to build up stacks. He still has a very volatile lane. But I mean, it's just... Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a little bit difficult. Gigirox may be looking for something in the mid lane onto Subliminal. He does not have a ward on either side, but he is walking away. I think he just went to collect his ball. But Gigirox, everyone sees him walking straight across the mid lane. Kargili doesn't have ideal guns to fight, really. Definitely can be a little bit of gang setup with that Graviton. But
if you look at bot lane, it just shows how much support has an impact in the lane and how little AD carry. Because Pyke legit hard carried that fight on the kill, and Kargili barely even did anything. He literally auto-attacked after, what's it called, Draven flashed forward. It's just sad to see that AD carries are kind of useless.
Yeah.
And now as well, if Valstorm is just a little more aggressive, they can actually win this so hard.
Oh, does go down. He's not going to follow up on it though. The Sun, not really.
Yeah, they would lose that.
Yeah, I think if he goes in on that, he just gets Maokai Root and then it's over. But they are going to go straight for an all-in, and the kill is returned for Time Gear. Huge damage on these axes.
Yeah, that's good by Vince.
This bot lane is, in fact, almost a kill ahead now.
Yeah.
That is, you can see so quickly. Like with
it's just sad to see that Valstorm is actually just standing behind Vince for no reason.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you have. I think definitely that one kill is going to swing a lot, though.
Yeah, for sure.
But
for sure,
I mean, he is going to go back. I think he does pick up the Serrated Dirk here, which is obviously a huge damage buff for Draven with that extra 10.
Yeah, he can actually 2v1 this easily. He doesn't need Valstorm anymore. Would be nice.
At this point, yeah. Valstorm can nearly unlock himself, go around the map, because obviously Vex, without the fear, is very, very vulnerable to that kind of thing. But you can see Pyke making his way up around the map, and Gigirox maybe going for something on Enix. He did have the Shadow Dash to escape, so he is going to be completely fine. Gigirox is staying, however, and is going to go straight up for those Krugs. Now, Ares is on bot side, beside Weebly, who is in the brush, looking for something mid lane, but a couple of small trades in top lane. I think one thing you need to worry about, though, is that this Swain is stacking fast. So, and if our Observer can press 1, I think we can actually see how many stacks he does have. Yeah, he does. So he has about 120 bonus health with that so far. Make that about 132 after that one. But, I mean, yeah, you can see. So, I mean, obviously the spot
maybe Feb can actually carry this. I don't know. I feel like this game is between Feb and Vince. And maybe Vici and Subliminal as well.
The command shot does come out onto Gigirox, and she has to flash over the wall. Subliminal flashing right in turn, and he is going to fall to this last auto from Orianna. But the Shadow Surge is going to come in. It does land on the Subliminal, but the Clivinella is not going to take that. He's just going to be on his way back to mid lane, and that is another free pick for VVV, and definitely back into the game now. Definitely looked a little bit cautious at the start. I mean, obviously, the scoreboard says 2-2, but there is a 1k goal difference there, and the 2 kills were kind of cheese kills. You know, maybe a couple of mistakes from Vilestorm, and then they invade early game as well. But Subliminal just walking kind of back into tower here. Got a lot of damage from this Orianna already. Doesn't have any sims up, however, so would need to be a little bit careful from this Vi. But I mean, I think, at what point do you say that you can't really help your ADC and you just go and try and win other lanes in the spot lane?
From who?
For Weebly. Like, at
Oh,
what
I would
point?
get 6 and just get out, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I think that's the play. But the Phantom Undertow, just enough to get him out of the Maokai route, and he is going to get hooked back in as well, taking a lot of damage. Just get root on the spot, you just have to flash out. I don't know if that was necessary.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean... But you can see Jujirok's maybe looking for something in this bot lane, but Time Gear is just walking him out of the lane. Do not come anywhere near this Draven. Really living up to the idea of him being a lane bully. A couple of these bone skewers definitely coming very, very close to catching someone out. Obviously, not the best hook in the game. But I mean, a Shadow Dash coming in though, a big trade into top lane, but the Demonic Ascension is going to come out, and Enix on the Shen is going to run out of damage once those Q autos are done, but the Demonic Ascension just lasting way too long, doing too much healing, and I think he's able to just walk him under tower, but the Never move does not land after the flash from Enix, and he is going to get out with his life. Obviously, the Swain sitting on the Lost Chapter, not a lot of damage quite yet, but I think once he does manage to get his hands onto that Rylai's Crystal Scepter, then... You know, once the Shen doesn't have that Shadow Dash, it is very difficult to get away from. So if Swain can keep up with him after the Shadow Dash, it's pretty much guaranteed to kill every time. And Wildstorm finds himself in a bit of a pickle. The Phantom Undertow isn't going to land. The exhaust goes down onto Kargili, but it's not enough. And Weebly picks up his first kill of the game. Time still here on his own, but the Vi ultimate is coming out. Ares was sitting in the bush waiting for it. He is spinning and spinning, and Kargili all a 3-man knockup. He's going to flash out by himself. The Sound United comes out to save him as well, and it is going to be a clean 0 for 0. No one
really not playing coordinated at all.
Yeah,
it's not. It's actually kind of ugly to see. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the Vi can be straight into bot lane. Wildstorm. Not the first time he's been caught out this game. The first time he's been poorly punished for it, but the Ignite does come out onto the kill of Vanilla. Not enough to kill him with her own flash, but it is the first strike for absolute units in this game. And Time Gear may be looking for something before they back. He's going to look.
He has a lot.
Well.
He has a six pack, so he kind of wants to go in.
He has the damage. He flashes out of the Vi's dash. Kargili with the flash forward and the heal, not quite in range, but the auto does land, and Time Gear will fall and lose all of those stacks. The Maokai ult coming out, Phantom Undertow over the wall, and no more kills for either team. But absolute units 300 gold behind, but have a lead in kills and a dragon. I don't know how they keep pulling this off. How they can't keep getting away with this.
I think this is more VVV being kind of mentally doomed because it's not looking great.
Pike with some Weebly on the Pike with some BM and chat as well as a couple of small trades coming out. The Grass proc obviously really, really helpful for Enix. Enix does not have Flash left, however. He did use that Shadow Dash to engage, so it's not going to be able to get him out of it, but he is going to just about dodge the W, and the Never move is not going to land, and he's just going to walk himself out of that lane. Did pick up the Merc Treads and another Null Magic, so definitely not feeling the Swain's damage at all. Once he gets the Leandries, maybe it'll be a little bit worse because of that extra burn, but I think...
Actually looking really good for AU.
Yeah, it is. I have to admit, obviously a huge CS lead, and Jujirok's looking for something in this top lane. I think did get spotted at some point. No, he hasn't, and Enix is in some trouble here. She charges up the stun, and it is going to land. No stun from Enix earlier. Remember, the Vial does come out, the damage does land, and the Never move enough into the Q is enough to take him down, and that is the second death for Enix, and 2 kills for February 14th. And I think, you know, it doesn't look good now at the minute for Veni, Vidi, Vici. It's not looking good, unfortunately. But Time Gear is going to go for the Duskblade in this game. I think that will be, unless he's going. No, it'll probably be SMG into a cliff. So we do see the Wukong coming out in top lane. Ares just going to walk straight forward and take his kill up. That's going to be a 450 gold shutdown for Ares on this Wukong, which, I mean, obviously the Wukong, the damage does ramp up as the game goes on. The armor as well, definitely really, really good here too. Obviously the double AP champ's not, you know, not ideal for Wukong, but definitely really, really helps against the others. Pyke may be looking for a Bone Skewer, and it is going to land, but the Maokai ult comes out. Weebly just about dodging that with his own W, and they do know where he is? They don't know where he's not been caught yet! And he has another time to get a Bone Skewer. The command Shockwave does come out, and both Orianna and Vi will fall. It's a clean 1-for-1 trade. However, the Pyke did get that with the ultimate, with the Death from Below. So the gold value definitely a lot more worth for absolute units than VVV from that trade.
Yeah.
And especially when, well, the mid wave is completely even, so it's not really.
I mean, they did get a kill on the Draven, so it's not the end of the world.
Yeah,
like Draven is currently actually their win con. Draven, Orianna.
I mean, definitely a little bit more control back into the spot lane for them. The Gale Force is going to come, and that is a Phineas who finished his mythic before an enemy Draven. Obviously, Draven did go for the Serrated Dirk early. So
yeah, and Draven still needs to recall, so we'll have it now, I think.
Yeah, but obviously a huge 30 CS lead in bot lane, but also a 40 CS lead coming up to in top lane.
Yep.
And I think that is a Spirit Visage Rush, or it may just be the Spectre's Kell, I'm not sure. I do quite like the Spectre's Kell into AP top laners. Especially, you know, the likes that would be just throwing one ability, like the kind of, like stuff like Victor Top. But
it regens you, right? If you
yeah, if you get hit by an ability, it increases your health regen for a few seconds.
Yeah, it's just basically
Ares has finished up Divine Sunder, which makes him a lot more of a threat. And the Liandries as well, a lot of mythics or first items when it comes to time gear for across the board for everyone. But I mean, I think you do need to start worrying about this Swain. The never move just landing again and again and again, and if
the time of worrying has been over, man. This guy's been
has 228 bonus health. But
this guy's been free farming
over the wall, and the ult as well. The cease and desist is enough to hold him in place long enough, and she will pick up the kill for herself. Rocks, his first kill of the game after 4 assists earlier. That is a lethality Vi. Now I do worry about the fact that there is no, you know, face tank for the side of AU. But the flash comes in from Vilestorm. I'm completely lost as to
He tried to flash through someone. Didn't work, man. Happens. No fucking.
We have this Herald top lane along with Killer Vanilla Vex, Rocks Vi, and February 14th Swain, and I don't think you go for an inhib here.
Nah, you shouldn't. Okay, Vince.
He's doing bot lane, but they are going to take the first inhib, and they're not finished yet. Okay. Vi, no mana, cannot use anything in her kit to help them, and the third Herald charge, and that is a half HP Nexus Tower for VVV at 16 minutes.
I'm just saying.
My God.
If legit, if AU wins this because of Feb, he needs to be perma-banned from subbing.
Yeah, and my God, is it difficult to cast absolute units without laughing at every event that happens. Yeah, I actually don't. There was potential for an end there too. Everfrost, Enix really not having fun at all. The Shadow Dash does land, but you don't win these trades. You're just not strong enough. You don't have any, any damage items. You don't even have the Bambi Cinder yet. So really, it's just auto attacks pretty much. Obviously, the Q does help a little bit, but Rocks finishing up that Eclipse. I think people like to underestimate Eclipse Vi's damage. It's really crazy. If you especially once you get like.
Oh yeah, you just go for the one shot. But that's unironically not even that bad for AU because they kind of have one perfect target, and that's Fin's Draven at the moment.
I will have to interrupt you because Vilestorm did just pick up a free pick onto Weebly. The fish has unfortunately fallen after a very, very good start to the game. But February 14th just solo bullying the VVV support and top laner. And the demonic ascension does come out along with the cease and desist. February 14th picks up the first kill of the fight onto Shen along with Rocks.
He's not dying, man.
He's not dying. And it is just kill after kill. And VVV are crumbling.
Now you need to ban Feb from this fucking subbing shit. It's not okay.
As well, and he's
God.
as well, and it is an unofficial triple kill for February 14th on this Swain. and you just cannot stop him on any team. And we do have another hook landing, but it is another kill for February 14th. He is 6-1. He has 8 of his team's 12 kills from top lane. This guy, it is... Oh, I don't know what I'm watching. I don't know. He's gonna back, and he's gonna come back with a completed Zhonya's and probably a Blasting Wand if he's working towards the Rylai's next. So, I mean, that thing, you don't have bursts with this team, you know? Like, obviously the Wukong maybe a little bit, the Draven obviously a little bit too, but both of those, they're not necessarily gonna, you know... There's no Zeds, there's no Akalis, there's no, you know, these huge, really bursty champs to get rid of that Swain before he can just heal up your DPS.
VVG needs to start getting anti-heal because...
Yeah, definitely. I think at this point, I would like to have seen it at least soon on either Enix or Wildstorm, because obviously
no, I would go Chempunk on the Ares actually, because he has a lot of AoE damage, and Chempunk or the weapon is really good still, even though it's more.
I forgot how broken that is actually, because I never saw it getting built up until like one patch ago. Wildstorm finding himself in a bit of a situation.
Just casually trying to 1v1 the AD carry.
Doing absolutely nothing to him. Definitely needs a little bit of time to get some items and get those armor pen upgrades with the Deadman's Rush into 2 cloth armor. So pretty much just an anti-ADC build as far as I can tell.
I'm just so confused on to why Wildstorm is laning versus Gargilly. Why him? Why not anyone else?
Yeah, it's I don't know, but I mean, Ares really just does not have custody of any of his camps, and every move does land, and it is not going to be a Demonic Ascension just yet. He is holding it for next game. The Shadow Surge goes way off.
That was a really good
The Demonic Ascension comes out very, very late and doesn't really get anything done, but the Kill of Vanilla, Weebly, all 5 of the members of Absolute Units just gonna run straight down. I think the Drake is up in about 50 seconds, and VVD not in a position to contest it. So, I mean, what do you do here if you're VVV? You're losing to a team that on paper you should not be losing to.
I would FF if I was VVV. I don't know what the hell is going on with their comms, but they are not playing. They are fucking playing worse than solo queue players at the moment.
They are 4k goal behind and 5 kills, along with even Drakes. Actually, I was about to say they're behind 1 Drake. They are even in Drakes, courtesy of Ares. But regardless, about to get that in-hit back up. Draven time you're able to free farm up on the Draven top lane, which I mean, every Dark Cloud, you know, but Shadow Dash, excuse me, just enough to get out of the Bone Skewer. But, I mean, it's just so difficult to look for anything. They're trying, you can see they want to go for this, but they need a pick, they need something. The Phantom Undertow just getting away from that potential command shockwave. The Maokai ult does come in, and VVV start to move forward. February 14th coming out with the Demonic Ascension, and along with the Wukong ult, he's just too tanky. Ares does fall first to the Kill of Vanilla, and I don't think they can contest this. They're falling one after another. Enix is the second.
God.
Subliminal is the third. Time Gear on his own in top lane, trying to take that tower, trying to get anything from this game, and it is a disaster for Veni, Vidi, Vici.
Vince is just chilling top lane.
He is, yeah, I actually don't think there is a better word you could use for this, but you can see Absolute Units going straight for a Baron. Obviously, not a lot of pressure in any lane, really, for VVV. The top lane wave is pushing in, bot lane wave is pushing in, but Absolute Units don't care. They're going straight for the Baron, and I mean, they don't have the most damage in the game, but obviously when the Baron is so low level, it can be quite difficult to get, or it can be quite easy, excuse me, to get it down very quickly. And a Glorious Execution way too early, not even going to come close to being able to take that out. And it is going to be a free Baron without a smite for Judgy Rocks. He did have the smite, he just didn't use it. But I mean,
I think Wildstorm bought the wrong anti-heal item. I think he should have gone for the AP one and not the tank one.
That's what?
Well, I don't know who the fuck would ever hit Wildstorm.
Yeah,
like if he completes the build, maybe then his CC is fine.
Yeah,
but who else?
I was gonna say yeah, but I mean,
and AP is fine on Maokai as well. Like
yeah,
in most of my solo queue games, you see them build sort of semi AP, semi tank, and not just full tank.
I mean, I know the Leandries is fine on Maokai too, but
Yeah.
I think if you're playing him as a support, you kind of want him as that tanky engaged champion.
No, actually, if you build them as support, you kind of one-shot their backline. It's really weird. I don't know why,
I'm gonna
but
have to
it just
trust you
does.
because the command shockwave does come out not quite enough to kill Weedley, and Cargilly is going to go for that
Okay,
aggressive
then.
ultimate along with the IQ, and it is just too
Oh
much damage.
my.
Subliminal is caught out again, and it's just going from bad to worse again.
This is not
Every
looking good
time.
for VVV, man.
Not looking good.
I think
is a
the
little
miracle
bit of
happened.
understatement. The miracle. I don't know what's going on.
I'm actually rooting for
But-
AU now. I want this fucking Believix versus AU to be the game of the season.
You're getting
sometimes.
caught on this drive, and the flash away is not
Oh,
going to
God.
be enough as this Vex, excuse me, picks
How
up.
many stacks have he
another
lost?
kill.
Has he lost there? Hasn't he like stacked
I don't know how to check. We get
250 stacks,
250 stacks. Oh no. But oh my god, you can see both mid and bot inhibitors falling. The Baron buff is up, and it's gonna be super minions. Enix, Ares, and Vilestorm both trying to do anything here. Subliminal making his way to the top lane, and they are just going to collapse onto him. I don't know what I'm actually looking at.
Ghostwater has him. Yeah, go on, ult it has.
She's going straight in with the Vault Breaker, and it's just another death for BBB. 18-7, and I can't do maths in my head. An 8.5k gold lead, and the third inhibitor falls, and that is usually the point of the game where it's as good as over. The bomb does land along with the Vault Breaker, and it's another death for Enix. He's 0-6 in Subliminal.
Oh my god.
Left the game.
Okay.
Running back to base.
Is this the fucking, like, they were gonna say that Devious Minds was the mental booming team, but it seems to me like VVV is kind of winning this at the moment.
Last ditch attempt to save it. He gets the vibe, but it's not gonna be enough. Swain, 14th and Cargilly are too strong, and they're just whacking away. This is the demonic ascension to keep him alive just a little bit longer. The death from below enough to take out Ares, and Weasley
minions.
Game.
What is he doing? Oh god.
Wow.